Hi guys, Danny here, coming at you from Vietnam. Hope you guys are all staying good and safe. Everything here in Vietnam is good. Everything's open. We haven't had an internally transmitted case in more than 40 days, so it's all going good. I hope you're staying safe. So, what are we doing today? Today we're going to look at the core wallet, what happens when you're staking, and consolidating inputs. Now, I did another video on consolidating inputs, and I'm doing this one as a follow-up video because since I've been doing it, I've learned a lot. On my other wallet that I was using, staking, I had no idea about consolidating inputs, and when you don't do it, your wallet will start not syncing, it'll start running slow, you'll start having problems, and this is some maintenance that you need to do. And the longer you're staking, the more often you need to do it. Otherwise, you will have problems with your wallet. Now, Nahil, who basically wrote the 400 pages of the extra coding in the hard fork for the Eureka coin, he is currently working on some scripts so that this process should be automatic. We won't have to do it anymore, but for now you have to do it. And anyway, it's a good learning experience. So I'm going to show you how to do the consolidating, and I'm going to explain to you basically how the staking works and what I figured out from it too. So let's just start here and take a look at what's going on. I've got 122,000 coins in stake. Basically, they're not in my wallet right now, right? I'm going to explain this to you a bit more. And there's my 3-year-old daughter, so I'm going to pause the video, and then we're going to get back at it. Hey, I'm back. Got a 4-year-old daughter running around. It's not always easy to get things done when you want to. I have a 14-year-old daughter that's looking after her right now, so that's great. So anyway, let's talk about the staking process here. How does it work? Let's go into inputs first. I'm going to show you this. You go to send, go to inputs, and you can see here all these inputs here, 4,302, 4,302. Why are those inputs and why are they there? Basically, what happens when you stake is I have 275,000 coins in there, right? So why do I have these inputs like this? An input would be I sent those from coin payments to myself in this wallet. So my first input was 275,000 coins. Then I started staking. You have to wait for the coins to become what's the word? They have to mature. So honestly, I don't really know what that means, but it means once you send Eureka to your core wallet, you have to wait until the coins are ready to start staking. It's not going to start staking right away. So you need mature coins to stake. So okay, I sent that first 275,000 coins. That was an input. Now when it starts staking, it uses your coins. Yeah, so your coins are actually sent out of your wallet onto the network. They are used, and when they're done being used, they're sent back in the form of inputs. And that's what you're seeing here. That's why I've got different inputs. And the more you stake, the more inputs you're going to get. Now, consolidating inputs, the way you really want to start is you don't want to break these ones down. You're going to send the inputs back to yourself. But if you send all of these here back to yourself, then they have to mature again until they start staking. All right? I hope that makes sense. We can recap a little bit so it makes sense to myself anyway too. You send coins to your wallet, you start staking. Once you start staking, they get sent out onto the network, and when they're done being staked, they get sent back to you in the form of inputs. So these are all your inputs. And the more it's staking, the smaller these inputs will get down to. My smallest one there for what's come out is really 2,151. Now I've seen it as low as 122. So I think these inputs you want to leave alone, but it's these inputs that you need to consolidate, right? The smaller ones, that like your staking rewards, these ones, which I would also do the 2.4. I would start here with consolidating, because these are your staking rewards, right? So I'm going to show you a little trick here. And when you're going to consolidate, you want to hit select all, and then just go through and unselect the big ones, right? We'll just do it real quick. So all of these that are over a couple hundred, you don't want to consolidate yet. Now when you got too many inputs, you'll have to start consolidating them. Sending them to yourself. We'll just say that. Consolidating is sending them to yourself. You can actually make this screen bigger so it's easier to select. Bang, 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 bang. Okay, so I've unselected those because I want those to keep staking. Those coins are mature and they're working, or they're becoming mature, so I don't want to interrupt the staking process, so I'm not going to consolidate these. Whoa, I don't want to consolidate those. But once you have too many, you need to consolidate them. Now, what I've learned, well, okay, wait, we'll do this one first. So now I've just unchecked all those, and I do it this way because sometimes you'll have, 600 inputs, so it's easier actually to unselect the top ones than select the bottom ones. The other way to do it, if you want to unselect, you could start down here and just start ticking off all of these. And I've had to do that too with my old wallet because I'd never done this before, and it became almost completely unusable. But I was able to consolidate all my big rewards, and the small rewards, I've left those in my old wallet until the new consolidation, automatic consolidation is done, and then I'll bring that wallet back and get the rest of the coins out of that, but I'm not worried about it. So that's the two ways you can do it. Once you've got the ones you want to consolidate ticked off here, you just come down and hit OK. Then you're going to want to put your address in there that you're going to send it to. So you can go to My Wallet. These are where all my staking rewards are going. That's my address. I double click on that. This comes up. I can copy, highlight, right click, copy my address, close that, go back to send. Now see, it's still got my inputs here. I've selected 28. The amount is 2.622. All I'm going to do is paste in my address, and then down here you need to put in an amount that is less than this amount right here, right? And it'll tell you when it's too much. If I put in 2.63, insufficient funds, that comes up. 2.6, oh, I can do it. Sometimes you'd have to put in 2.5, and then you just simply hit send. So you'll send that to yourself. That's how you consolidate inputs. Okay? Now let's go a little bit deeper into it. I'm going to clear all that, and I'm going to show you something here. Let's go back to inputs, select all. Now I've already done mine earlier this morning, that's why I don't have so many here. But if I just select it all, hit OK, and send it all to myself, again, those coins are going to have to mature, and it's going to interrupt your staking process. So depending on how many you have right here, I only have 91. That's not many. To give you an idea, on my old wallet, I had 375,000 inputs, and the Hill was actually pretty impressed that the wallet could still function. It's not good. You want you can only send, I think from my experience, around 650 inputs. So once you got like around 600 or something, you want to consolidate, or just come in here when you're walking by your computer during the day and just do it. The transaction fees are really, really, really small. So like one of those transactions that you see in there, in your history, you know, I'm getting some decent rewards there, but normally it's 0.005. So really you're only going to use one of those rewards to send it to yourself, so you can consolidate as much as you want. Okay, so when you go to inputs, select all, you want to make sure you keep this number down. If it starts getting too much with your bigger inputs, starts getting down into the hundreds, 150, 200, go down and select those first, and then send those back to yourself so they're consolidated into a bigger input. It'll have to mature before it'll start staking, but you don't want to send all of your inputs back to yourself at once. Now if you're watching this video and you've got like 4,000 inputs, you might want to just go ahead and consolidate everything and start over again. Now 4,000 is not really that many, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's quite a few people out there with 50, 60, 100,000 inputs. So then you got to work on it. Like I said, with my old wallet, I just basically what I did was I just sent all my coins as much as I could out of the wallet, and then I just started a new wallet, sent them back. So in my old wallet, I just have a bunch of these 0.005s, and when a new wallet comes out, I'll redo that one and import the private key, and do it again. Now if you're watching this and you have not backed up your wallet, you need to do that. To back up your wallet, you need to, there's a video, I'll put it in the bottom here. You can send me a message if you don't see it. I'll put it in the description of how to back up your wallet and save your private key. If you saved your private key, you'll never lose your wallet. Don't ever give that private key to anybody. Keep it in a safe place. I would keep it in 3 different places depending on what you're staking. You know, you want to keep that safe. So make sure you back up your wallet. Back up your wallet. Like I said, I'll put the video in there, but it's actually very easy. You'll go up. You'll copy your address. Then you go to debug window, console, and you'll type in dump, and it comes up there. Dump private key, space, paste your address in there, and it will give you your private key. Save it. Now your wallet might have several addresses. You will be able to send them here, see them here when you hit inputs. You go to tree mode, you'll see how many addresses you have. Right now I only have one because I've consolidated everything into one address, and that's what I suggest you do. Find the address you want to use as your main address and do all your consolidation into that address. So let's have a look. Well, I'm going to have a look at my address here on the blockchain. If you're ever unsure of what's in your wallet, you can always go to Sorry, I just had to check to make sure this was still recording. You can always go to the block explorer, which is Eureka networks.io. Come up here, right click. Well, it doesn't want to, oh, maybe that was in the way. Well, normally you right click and paste. There we go. Hit enter. And then here you'll see your final balance. You can compare that with what's in your wallet. If you see that maybe you're missing coins, there's a video about that too, about incorrect balance. But be sure that what is on the blockchain is always correct. If you have a couple different addresses, you'll have to check the different addresses. So let's go down here, and this is a transaction. 125.5 Eureka. The other one's 128, 122, 156, 136. So if you were in on this, that's my core wallet telling me I just got some Eureka. If you were in on this transaction right here, the transaction was 136.31, and it looks like my address was used, so I got a 0.1 reward for that. So probably what happened was that 136 coins came out of my wallet, was used for staking, and then it's sent back as an input, if that makes sense. So this is how the staking process works. And the addresses, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there was 6 addresses involved in that transaction. Now, I'm on my wallet address, but I'm staking with my wallet. So these aren't necessarily my transactions. These are transactions that my address is involved in and I'm staking in. This one I got 0.05, 128, 122. So these are all staking. If you do this with your Light wallet or your Android wallet, then you'll probably only see your own transactions. When you're staking with the core wallet, you're going to see every transaction you were involved in up to this point, I guess. So the way the staking works, again, you start staking, your coins go out onto the blockchain, are used in this in the staking process. Sometimes I think what it is it comes up when it's the first one, or maybe I'm not exactly sure. That could be the person that sent it too. But anyway, your coins come out. They're used on the blockchain to confirm the transaction, and then later they are sent back to you in the form of an input. Again, that's why I have these 4302, 4302. I didn't send those to myself. That is the blockchain sending them back to me after it's used it for the staking process. Let me see, is there anything else we need to talk about here? Again, keep your wallet backed up. Keep your wallet clean. Try to keep it less than 650 inputs. And the longer you stake, the more these inputs will be broken down and you'll be more involved in the staking process. And yes, you do have to tick them one by one. Sorry, there's no other way to do it at this point. And that's it. That's all I got for you guys right now. Just wanted to explain that. This is how you do the consolidation. I hope everything is clear. Hope it's crystal clear. I know it can be a bit confusing. Something else I want to mention, if you don't want to be staking, you have an option now on EurekaX. It's not yet, okay? It's not there now. But it's coming very soon. They're going to have a staking pool that should actually be more beneficial than the staking wallet in the fact that it's going to be backed up by some profits from the company. I'm not sure where those profits are going to come from. I could speculate and say it's probably going to be, it may be a trading account, a trading fund that they set up underneath the staking fund that builds itself and also contributes to stakers. I'm not too sure. We'll have to wait for the official launch of that. But if you don't want to stake yourself, then that's an option. Also, you know, I'm here in Vietnam. A lot of times we have problems with our internet connection, and I'm also using the staking service with Polaris Universal, which they're going to stop because they're going to have a staking pool. And what I've seen is with the staking service, since Polaris is doing it on their servers, that they have a much better connection and it's much more efficient, I could say. Some days I only get a couple of coins. I maybe only get a couple of coins on my own staking wallet because of my internet connection, but on the staking service I'm getting maybe 25 coins a day. So when they start the staking pool on EurekaX, it's going to be the same thing as a staking service. They're going to set up nodes on their wallets, basically, on their servers, and they'll be able to run those 24/7, and those servers have much better connection to the internet than I do. So that's something to think about too. I'm definitely going to get involved in that. I might actually just stop staking on my computer, probably throw it all into there, and that should be available in the next couple of weeks, I hope. But let's see. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'm going to try to figure out how to shut off my thing now. My recorder. I've lost my pause button. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope this helps. If there's another video you want me to make, let me know, and if I'm able to, I will make that for you. Okay, guys, bye. Be safe. Take care.